Now, there's been more information that has come out about accused sex trafficker and billionaire Jeffrey Epstein. So now this is being reported by the New York Times about a lot of his the shady things that he did in the past. Now, one of these stories comes from a California model who just recently accused him as pretending to be a talent scout in order to grope women. I mean, this is a gross person. All right, so let's get to the claims here. Now, in an interview with the New York Times, Alicia Arden, who was a model, claimed that she was attacked in 1997 when she was 27 by Epstein. She said that she was introduced to a man who identified himself as a talent scout for Victoria's Secret. He then invited her to a Santa Monica hotel room to audition for a spot in the company catalog. That man was Jeffrey Epstein. And as soon as, of course, she was in this hotel room with him, he assaulted her, allegedly. He apparently grabbed her, tried to undress her, and said he wanted to, quote, manhandle her. Now, in response, of course, during the interview, she said, quote, his weapons were his hands. And now that's disastrous. I mean, this is a person, and I would disagree that his weapons were his hands. His weapons were not just his hands, but his massive wealth and influence. The same kind of wealth and influence that got him a deal where he only had to spend 8 hours in prison a day. He would be out for 16 hours a day doing whatever he wants. He would go back to prison to sleep, and he would do this 6 times a day. What kind of sweetheart deal is that? But that's what you get when you have enormous wealth and privilege. And that's what allowed him to impersonate a Victoria's Secret, a person who worked for that company. Now, the report noted that 2 executives were notified that Epstein was posing as a scout for the lingerie and clothing brand when speaking to young women, and promptly alerted CEO Wexner, this is Leslie Wexner, who reportedly told Epstein to stop. Oh, hey, you're pretending to be one of our talent scouts in order to grope women? Yeah, you might want to stop that. But she did nothing else. Nothing. So that was it. They maintained the financial relationship even after that incident. Now, if that were me, gone, fired. You abused our trust, you abused our privilege, you tried to pose and pass yourself off as an employee, as a scout for us. You're a terrible, sick, horrible person. Gone, in an instant. But no, in this case, money and having a relationship with somebody who's very, very wealthy and very, very powerful and influential was more than enough for you to overlook manhandling your models. I mean, that's horrifying. Now, asked about the incident, a spokeswoman, a person for L Brands, home to both Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works, said, well, Mr. Epstein served as Mr. Wexner's personal money manager for a period that ended nearly 12 years ago. We do not believe he was ever employed by nor served as an authorized representative of the company. No, he didn't, but he passed himself off. And even afterwards, Wexner still had a relationship, still allowed him to be close. And this is, again, what money and power and privilege buys you in America, the ability to do whatever you want, to whomever you want, and to victimize whoever you want. That is gross. Absolutely gross. So, look, this is just one of the things that has just come out. There's going to be more. A lot of information. Look, Epstein holds a lot of information about a lot of very powerful and influential people. And so I'm looking forward to him surviving, hopefully prison, to where he can actually go and reveal the multitudes of people that he worked with and that he had done these kinds of things with, or at least with their knowledge. A lot of powerful and important people do not want that information to come out. And so that is one good. Again, I have no love for Epstein or for what he did, obviously. But they need to protect him to make sure that he can give and dish all this information so we can take down some more truly terrible people. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.